civilization has broke down, power grids
First
have all
off,
gone.
I would be
20
running
years.
your pregnant woman farm.
It's not mine. I don't want to do that.
I want to stay on his good side. So I'm just running this farm.
So here it was. The end of season 1 of The
Bang,
Last of
bang.
Us. And episode 9, I gotta be honest, man.
Ooh.
While I liked it,
Okay.
I feel like there was almost an episode that we should have gotten. Like this should have been 10.
Like this
and
started in
episode
the middle of-
9
yeah.
should have been the journey getting here.
I get that.
It almost felt too short.
Like-
and it was for what we got on screen, it was good. In my opinion, it was good. It's still a 9.
You know what disappointed me, though? It's because we talked so heavily about time and length of the episode.
And it was one of the
It
shortest
was
episodes.
one of the shortest episodes.
And that's what I'm getting at. Like,
Yep.
We didn't have enough time
Nope.
to tell
Everything
the story.
happened so fast, and then we're here.
Yeah.
We're overlooking Tommy's town again.
Let me ask you a question. How did you think the story was coming to a close?
So, I know that Ellie was destined for more things. She has changed from that last episode, and I can tell you I don't like it. But I get it. It was traumatic. She's a different person.
Yeah. The giraffe kind of pulled her back into that a little
I
bit,
love
though,
the giraffes.
right?
They were pretty cool.
Yeah. I was begging them to not cut that from this.
Oh, that was from the game?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, that was fun.
It was one of
I
the
like
coolest
that.
surprises of the game. Was like random giraffes when
Yeah,
you're
a
in there.
family of them. It was like
Yeah.
a herd. I was happy with that. Like her seriousness, because she knew like it was coming. Her job was coming up to the backstory of her mother. I thought was cool.
Yeah. By the way, Ashley Johnson, who
Yes.
is Ellie in the video game.
Yes,
she's also Pike in Vox Machina.
Son of a bitch.
That's Pike.
This world, small world.
Yeah, she's also a great actress.
But I thought that scene was very cool, believable.
Like she was infected while giving birth and the umbilical cord was still attached.
Right.
So cordyceps got to her,
Moved so
but I guess
fast.
because through the umbilical cord it didn't transfer the same way as if you actually got
because I
bit.
guess it was like an extension of the extension.
What I don't know is if they knew this in the show.
Okay.
Marlene. If Marlene knew this with the Fireflies, why didn't they run experiments on women and actually kill them on purpose to
Well,
have them
you
give
know-
birth, and while they're giving birth, have them get bit, and then you have more Ellies? If that
Yeah,
was
that sounds very humanistic and very like.
they were already willing to kill Ellie to get what they wanted from her anyway.
Yes, but
they
this is
obviously
now,
don't
like-
care about lives.
So the pregnant woman is to sign up to get bit.
no, you wouldn't tell them.
You
wouldn't
You
tell
know
her.
what? You're a beautiful dictator. I love that.
You wouldn't
I
tell
love
her.
that. You don't tell them.
Yeah, you would just
you
run
forcibly
experiments.
impregnate them.
Well, you let her do that
inc-
on her own.
you wait. You incubate that for 8 to 9 months. Then you begin your trials.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no,
Yes.
But where I'm coming from though is the Fireflies knew why Ellie was immune.
Well,
also-
let's say just she did.
Well, okay, so Marlene knew.
Yeah.
So she's a very prominent member of the Fireflies.
Correct.
And she knows what has to be done in order to get from Ellie what they need. So why wouldn't they at
Do you
least
think she did at that
try
time, though?
Yeah, because she saw her mom. They were best friends. And
Right.
she saw Ellie. She knew she was bit, and Ellie never turned, even though Ashley Johnson said, I got bit after
Correct.
I gave birth, because she was very hesitant to tell
Yeah,
her that I
because
got
you
bit
would
before.
assume that it's
But
infected.
Marlene put the pieces to the puzzle together, and she knew that. So that was just something I thought. They don't obviously care about humanity in order to get the cure. They just want to kill anybody they can kill as long as they're the vessel for the cure. So then why wouldn't they run experiments to try to find other Ellies? That was just a thought I
No,
had
I
during the
definitely
episode.
because there's got to be other ones out there.
Exactly. It's a very rare thing to happen, though. I can't imagine too many
The
of them.
perfect timing has to
organically
happen.
would have
Right,
happened.
right.
Yeah,
But in your
exactly.
farm where you're raising pregnant women to get them eaten, I like it though. We
No,
would have fed.
it's not my
If
plan.
Ryan had his choice, we would have figured the cure out long time ago.
No, honestly, I wouldn't have done it. No. I'm also curious. Was Joel right?
In his actions. No. Let's just be honest.
Okay.
No, he wasn't. It was his fault for growing the relationship with Ellie.
It's not his fault.
It was. The cargo that he was delivering had a purpose. You decided to grow a bond and replace your daughter with her. Understandably, you're going to grow fond of somebody you spend so much time with and you've been through all these experiences with. but he knew that she had an end goal. Now, I personally didn't think it was as bad as, cutting the brain open like rabies. I didn't think it was like, hey, we got to kill her to figure it out. Now, granted, that would have been a little shock to him because he didn't think the same thing. Now, he hit panic mode because, like, okay, she's going to die. What do I do? Save her, because what's the end result? Could you live? Yes, this world has been 20 years in the making. They have a new society. It is what it is.
Yeah, if you can call it that.
It is.
It's not really a society.
But,
it's just like tiny pockets of civilization that are completely alien from each other.
That you make do with what you have.
The world's over, Ryan.
He could have fixed it.
No, he couldn't.
But you said he was right.
The world's over, and Joel was absolutely right for what he did.
For killing everybody that had the potential to save humanity.
Yeah, first of all, they were dicks to him for the first place. Like, why would they be like ass? Why did you have to be an asshole? Like, he literally, he is the reason why you were in the position of being able to save humanity, and they couldn't even treat him with dignity and respect. They were beating him up and shit.
Well, I'm glad he did kill the two people taking him down the steps.
Oh, man, when he killed those dudes down the steps, I was like, oh, man, hit him again. Just pop, pop, pop.
He kept
double
pushing.
tap.
The guy kept pushing Joel, and it's like, all right, man,
I would have broke his arm.
walking.
Yeah.
Fucking don't touch me.
As soon as he killed him, I was like, you get
Yeah,
him.
that
the
was
doctor was
good.
like, I won't let you take her, and goodbye.
I did like the episode because how like I think you call it like the villain monologue.
Yeah.
Where you have to say like, no, I'm gonna save this. No words spoken. Turn around. I'm taking her.
Yep.
Doctor's dead. So now a guy that could have saved everybody's gone. So it doesn't matter anymore.
Shout out to Long Beach Griffey. He does a awesome sketch on this. You don't probably know he's a comedian on YouTube, and he does this whole thing where if the villain didn't do his monologue, and he wins. He just wins.
In a matter of seconds.
Yeah, he kills everybody. No, please don't bang. Okay, you're dead. Tommy, no bang, and he's dead. It was hilarious. You got to watch it.
And so him ripping through now, I will say, granted, you would think the Fireflies have trained for something like this. They can fire a gun.
Mowed through them all.
Yeah, he did. Without a skip and a beat. So now I wonder, I would like to, instead of Ellie's backstory, I'd like to see the past 20 years what Joel's been doing to become a ruthless Rambo killer.
No, Joel is absolutely a murderer.
Yes,
Yeah.
but what did he do? Like, how do you become that good?
Yeah, he's practice. A lot of lives.
Yeah, right. And I would like to see a little bit of that.
Yeah. It was a good episode, though.
It was.
The game did it better.
Did it? Okay.
The game did it absolutely better.
Now, did you finish the game?
Of course, yeah.
Did it end where this ended?
Almost on the same scene.
Okay, that's what I figured as much. Now, projecting further, so we're at episode 9, the final part of season 1. I believe we're going to open up in season 2. I've heard word that there's a season 2 and 3. They're splitting.
They might.
The next. They might.
They said there's enough story to tell. There's no definitive
God forbid
yet.
there's enough story for a 12-episode season 1. But hey, who's looking back?
Yeah. There was too, by the way.
But I think the town's gone. It's overrun. I don't think it's operating the way it was anymore. It can't be that happy.
No, it is. And you saw that. Like, there was nothing wrong with it. They showed like a very far
very, very far.
Yeah, it's fine.
But you didn't see it could be clickers down there.
Yeah, I don't know if they would do that. I don't know. I haven't played part 2. So, actually, I'm going to start playing part 2 probably this week, actually.
All right. I'm good with that.
Before we end, though, I have one more question. Do you think Ellie believed Joel?
First, I was mad he lied to her because that's not the relationship that they have. I do feel she didn't believe
Do you
him.
understand why he lied, though?
Parental, adult versus child. He felt
Kind
the need.
of.
He had to do it.
There's a little bit of that. Also, with not wanting to burden her with the responsibility of knowing, because she didn't want him to do what he did.
Correct.
And if she obviously didn't know she had to give her life up. But I think...
Do you think she just assumed that, though?
Absolutely not.
Or they lied to her?
No, they just didn't tell her anything. I'm assuming
See, I don't
they
like
just said
that.
we need to do some tests. They
put
absolutely
you
were
under.
taking advantage of her, and Joel was right for what he did. Because they didn't give her the choice. They just were taking that from her.
And she would know no different 'cause she's
for
out.
that, I'm taking all of your lives, and then I'll take her back. Thank you very much. That's my daughter. Ellie definitely didn't want Joel to do what he did, and Joel doesn't want her to know and have the burden to know that he did what he did to save her, because she means more to him than the rest of the world. And to be fair, there's not much left.
But the story that he told her...
Imagine if COVID was 20 years long, by the way. Imagine
will be.
The worst part of the lockdown was 20 years, and your neighbors tried killing you all the time. Civilization has broke down. Power grids
First
have all
off,
gone.
I
Everything.
would be
20
running
years.
your pregnant woman farm.
It's not mine. I don't want to do that.
I want to stay on his good side. So I'm just running this farm.
But yes, she definitely does not believe him.
Right. I mean, first off,
Her face at the end
There
showed
was-
you
so
that she's like,
we
I
just
want
up
to
and
believe
left.
you, but I don't. You know?
right. You just up and left. No conversation. No checking. She was still sleeping. They got overrun. Okay, we're getting a little less unbelievable.
Yeah.
The more the story goes on.
Yeah.
Because it's unlikely the Fireflies were there. It was well protected because they knocked them out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, like, Raiders didn't find... I don't know. It was definitely unbelievable. And she's not stupid.
By the way, do you know? And the other reason why Joel was right. Remember when they had the scene with the giraffes and they were just having that where Joel was like, "Hey, why don't we just like go do what the hell we want to do,
Right.
and just forget about this whole thing?" And she told him, "When we're done here, we'll go do whatever you want to do. I'll follow you
Correct.
anywhere." And then they robbed her from that option, that possibility, and he simply would not allow that. And that's why I say they took her choice away from her.
Right.
So he was justified in taking their lives from them because they didn't care about her humanity just for the possibility of a cure. And at this point, he's like, listen, I'm okay with the world the way it is now, but I'm not okay if I lose another daughter.
Right. Okay. I get you. I
You know,
understand. I don't, but I do.
Yeah.
Because we're not in that situation.
I definitely understand why people, like you say, he wasn't right. Because if there's a chance to save humanity, you'd still take that.
But it's a chance, so how big of a chance?
And
What's
then
the
I'm alone
percentage?
again, and I
Yeah.
lost another daughter, and I was there, and I couldn't protect
And
her.
he did make it seem like, obviously, he basically said the reason I'm still alive is because of you.
She saved his life, yeah.
I did like the
Couple
whole,
times.
like, the scar and, like...
The story about him trying to kill
Yeah.
himself.
I did like that.
Yep.
Like, I missed.
And where he was trying to teach her that, like, it wasn't time that healed that wound. It was you
Yeah.
who healed that wound.
Yeah.
Very emotional episode. And no, it hit me in the feels. It really did. While the game did it better, this was a good episode. It was the finale, season 9. Stay tuned. We are coming back very shortly to do the review for season 1.
I have no idea what I'd rank it, I'll be honest.
Yeah, it's going to be...
Come back and find out.
Yeah, we'll see you for the review of season 1 of The Last of Us.